see who can knock down the shots here in the early going. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Push button, get mortgage. Pittsburgh, a lot of youth, no seniors in the lineup. For K-State, Xavier Sneed really makes the engine go.
Well, on both ends of the floor, he is key. Can he make some shots? Obviously, but he's good. Steals the ball, gets 2 a game.
Xavier Sneed, 16 points, nearly 6 rebounds a contest, a senior from St. Louis. What an event. Later on, we'll have Northwestern and Bradley. But right now, Pittsburgh and Kansas State. And it's Brown and McCall Mayween ready to tip it up, and off we go.
Brendan, how about this? I got a little shot at you. K-State goes a little.
And Pittsburgh, again, struggling to shoot the ball like K-State. See if they can get the rhythm early here. This is one guy that can put it up from outside, Ryan Murphy.
And he thinks offense. It's all about the perimeter guys. Dribble, drive, and kick. Nice pass.
Early touch inside, but Brown had it stripped, taken away. Jada, he'll run the point for K-State. Kick out the young freshman, Gordon. How about that? His first start, and he knocks down the shot.
Not too bad. Shoot 28% from 3. That's what Bruce said to both of us, though. We are struggling deep, get open looks, unable to convert.
And they've been struggling in the first half of ball games. They have not had a lead in any one of their 4 wins so far this season at intermission. Trying to go inside again, and another turnover.
Can't feed a good defensive team like that, though. Got to value the basketball.
And here is Cartier Jada, one of the experienced vets, taking it right to the rim around Brown for 2.
How quick is he off the bounce? Pretty used to the right hand as well.
So this is definitely different than what K-State saw their first 4 games, a 5-0 lead that they are enjoying right now.
And they can tee it up here. Tell you what, after a couple of turnovers, excuse me, Brandon, jacking it up, run some offense.
Yeah, that was Trey McGowan's, a sophomore, who didn't score their last game against Pine Bluff. Here's Jada again, and he got fouled, hit on the left wrist. Xavier Johnson with the personal. So not a good start for Jeff Capel's crew. Second-year head coach. Last year, they went 14-19, 3-15 in the league, and he's got to build something at Pittsburgh, doesn't he?
He needs some help from the refs, too. They should have been on the pass. They finally changed it here. Jeff was right on top of it. Yeah, it's a whole new term, and he's trying to rally the troops, so to speak. The fan base is there. I mean, it's been a great home court Peterson Center over the years. It's a matter of these kids maturing, adding some, or supplementing, particularly up front, I think is where they need a lot of help.
But off to the 4-2 start this season, but down 5-0 here early. And as you said, they corrected it, changed it to a foul on the floor against Johnson, and the Wildcats inbound.
And the girl on the floor, too. Because remember his game against Creighton, they used him to light it up as well in the NCAA.
Driving inside, Jada. No good off the side. Here's Trey McGowan's 12 a game. He splits the defenders, and a tie-up.
Again, trying to do it in the first couple of seconds of a shot clock.
So a couple of turnovers, and now the jump ball, we're going the other way. Bruce Weber, everybody knows his story. Well, he was telling us earlier, 38 years ago, he was down here for his honeymoon in this neck of the woods.
And it's interesting they still speak to one another, which is helpful. How about him describing the trip? No superhighways, traffic lights every mile. That's amazing.
He said we had to take Highway 41. There was no I-75 back then, he and his wife, Megan.
From Milwaukee all the way down. Ooh. Now he flies first class. It's amazing.
Things have changed.
Sure, big-time programs will do that for you.
That foul was on Trey McGowan, so a couple early fouls on Pittsburgh here. And that'll be something to track, because those two out of the backcourt are big contributors for Jeff Capel.
Johnson has really not had an opportunity at the other end because of the quick jacks and turnovers.
McGurl slipping it inside to Mayween. The experienced post player powers it up, but he's swatted out of bounds by the youngster, Justin Champagny.
This kid really impresses me. Mayween does anything to help his club. Undersized, can dominate in the low box area, particularly the defensive end.
He's played and started in all 77 games in a Kansas State uniform. Watch the shot clock here. Trapped in the corner. Jota lost it. Now there's 4 to shoot.
Yeah, terrific read with that ball screen. That's sort of Death Valley over there.
It's a tough inbound spot right in front of that Pitt bench.
This is that diagonal pass, which occasionally you can get a steal out of.
Snead, catch and shoot. Off the mark. Mayween had it, but instead Eric Hamilton with a rebound.
Early drag screen.
Johnson, there he goes, but he's short with it. Hamilton saves it. Right to the rim. Quick possessions. Johnson can't scoop it up. And the offense sluggish for Pitt, and there's another foul, and that's already 2 on Xavier Johnson, Coach.
Not a little frustration foul, too. Got to give a guy room, regain position on the defensive end. But they are really jacked up, Pitt, and part of it's the defense, no question about it, of K-State. But in a rush.
But that K-State defense will do that to you.
Absolutely. They get in there. Always in the right position.
That's been a calling card of Bruce Weber. Of course, helped lead them to the Elite Eight a couple seasons ago before they fell to Loyola in their magical run. Here's Jota. Nice drop off. Easy lay-in for Gordon.
Quick timeout now. No. Just a halt and play, but drive, draw, and find, and a nice little dish. How about this kid? He's got to be happy. Gordon get that opportunity to start, but watch all the blue shirts attracted. Sleight of hand and finish. That's gorgeous. And this is where Jota is good in that open floor. Gets in the lane. He's got the floater, got a feel. Good decision maker.
Well, and Jota last year, 44 assists, 44 turnovers. This year, 28 and 12. Much, much better.
Absolutely.
This Pitt offense, 0 for 3 from the floor and 3 turnovers so far.
Not the way you'd like to start. They're going to run Murphy off that three-point line. He's going to have to keep himself active.
5 to shoot. McGowan's wants a ball screen, but look at that defense. Champagny has to hoist. No. Weak side rebound, Jota. He can push it with the best of him. He can dish it with the best of him as he finds Gordon again. Timeout, Pittsburgh.
No umbrella drinks early, anyhow.
What a good start, though, for the Wildcats. As we mentioned, they haven't led at halftime in any game this season. The first half has really been their Achilles heel, but not so far here.
I think it's an important trip. Well, out of the timeout, see if we can get a good shot. No touches low.
Here's Murphy again. He's the shooter, and he does it himself there with a mid-range.
Nice little maneuver with the bounce. They're going to chase him off it. He's going to have a mid-range game.
The last 2 games, he's really struggling. 2 of 17, so that's a good sign for him to knock one down. Hurling, here's Snead. Off the side of the iron.
They should get a flop, no?
No flop, but they are going to get a foul against K-State.
Yeah, that's that new rule. I thought Snead might get one there. Fading, he got nicked.
We've seen quite a few of those whistled in the early part of the season. Such an emphasis this year.
The rest are getting used to that signal. They sort of like it, you know?
Yeah.
An entree signal. But I think it's good for the game, don't you?
Yeah. It eliminates all that acting that we've seen come into play so much.
And the kick, you know, on the three-pointer.
Well, Pitt will try to string a couple baskets together on consecutive possessions. Here's Champagny, talented freshman. Now Murphy again, same thing, other side of the floor, but Champagny is down and in pain.
Boy, when he kicked it off, let's hope he's okay. I mean, they can ill afford any injury to anybody.
And he's having to be helped to the bench. Really can't put any weight on that right foot.
Drumgold is out as well. They are shorthanded.
Gosh, and that's the freshman from Brooklyn that they are so high on. Had 18 points last game against Pine Bluff, but now being carried to the end of the bench.
Just got twisted around. Ooh, that left foot, I guess.
Oh, he's that right. He twisted it a little.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He went right forward.
So he goes to the bench. Early minutes for Abdul Kareem Koulibaly, number 12 for Pitt on the ball right now.
This is where you got to be tough if you're Pitt on this defensive end.
McGurl checks his feet. A little strong. Hamilton, they say he is a great rebounder. He shows it there.
They need him. They also need some punch in a low box area. You're not going to beat this team dribble drive, and that's one of the reasons. Great coordination defensively, always in the dribble lane, the passing lane. I'm amazed how tough they are to score against.
Well, that's now 4 turnovers already for the Panthers.
Was it 2005 when he was at Illinois?
Yes.
He made the great run.
Yep. Lost to North Carolina in the title game.
Darren Williams, Brown, Luther Head.
Remember that amazing Elite Eight game that went over Arizona that put him in the Final Four. They were down big and came back.
A little stacked.
Here's Stockard off the bench, and he had it stripped. Koulibaly took it away from him.
Great balance, though.
Murphy, oh, he's always shot hunting.
He's ready.
Koulibaly only got the backboard outlet up ahead. Here's the other Gordon, Deshaun. Who's there to tap it back? Cartier-Jada.
And not enough blue shirts recovering.
So there's 2 Gordons for Kansas State. Deshaun Gordon and then Antonio Gordon, who has 7 points, number 11. But Bruce Weber likes them both.
There's Snead on Murphy. They're not letting him get a touch. Pretty high-low here. And a walk.
Yep, Hamilton shuffled his feet.
They rattle you. They really get in your head. Very alert.
Five turnovers now. They average just over 12 a game here in the early part of the season.
Little passive three-quarter press. Make them use clock. This team is comfortable late, too. Little zone look right now, Brandon. Nice flash.
That's how you beat it. They couldn't get the shot off. Jada, top of the arc. No. And into the corner, out of bounds to Pitt.
Pretty nice move here. Jeff Capel shaking it up a little. You got to score to change defenses, too. That would certainly help the cause.
But Jeff Capel, he knows it might take him a little while this year. As we said, they're shooting sub 40% from the floor, sub 28% from behind the arc.
He blames his brother for that.
Yeah, right.
He's the shooting coach.
Yeah, he's got what a great staff he's got with him and Tim O'Toole and Mylan Brown.
Absolutely.
All former head coaches,
all
right?
Been successful at one time in their lives. Look at this kid guard, though.
Now here's Eric Hamilton. Well, that was strong. He said he could rebound. Apparently he can do that, too.
How about that? Nice little 2-bounce power move. 2-2-1 setup. Once again, forced him to use clock. End up with a tough jack late. Little 2-3 look.
And nearly got a steal out of it. Instead, it's a kick by Ryan Murphy.
That's Tim O'Toole on the sideline. He has some juice, by the way. There's Jeff, longtime assistant under Mike Krzyzewski. I think he may have learned a thing or two.
Yeah, you think?
Exactly.
Of course, head coach back at Oklahoma. Coach Blake Griffin there, among others.
And now if we can get some of Mike's players, or that caliber, I should say.
Nice is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay on this side with 9 to shoot.
Nice atmosphere right now, at least for Pitt defensively. Much more alert, more engaged.
And a little 6-2 spurt since getting down 9-0. Here's Sloan. He's a junior college transfer. Offensive foul. So Pitt starting to settle in a little bit.
A little 2-3, a little shake-up. It may not be the greatest zone, but all of a sudden you have to be more imaginative, creative on the offensive end.
Here's Trey McGowan's driving it on Gordon. Hamilton out to the shooter, Murphy. He's covered the corner, stripped by Snead. One of the best to steal the ball ever in a K-State uniform. Gets another one. Up ahead and off the glass for Deshaun Gordon.
Boy, they score off the D. You had mentioned Snead's ability. Great reactions at that end of the floor.
Yeah, Gordon finishing it. Mr. Chicago led Curry High School to their first city title last year. Good player. Leaning in, Audie's Tony got some room.
What does that help? Anything with the dribble drive, turn some heads.
Here's Snead. The cold shooting from outside continues, and Gordon kind of hanging on the rim as the whistle comes in underneath.
Think of the great coaches, too. Jack Hartman. I mean, Lon Kruger, by the way, was a great player there as well.
And coming off a season last year where they won the Big 12 regular season, tied with Texas Tech. Of course, broke that long streak by Kansas.
There's an old friend of mine, Lou Chappelle, who owned the Miami Heat. He was a Nets exec, Jazz exec when they were in New Orleans. And again, talking it up to a tough-minded defensive group.
Yeah, that one on Koulibaly, just setting the illegal screen after the handoff.
The zone has been effective. That belly of it is open. Once in a while, you slip a guard in there. He can be creative, make a shot.
This time Gordon drives. Good pass to the other block. Stockard gets fouled. Penetration on the baseline going to lead to 2 free throw attempts.
Yeah, find that crack in the zone. Put it down. Stockard, of course, started a little bit earlier in the year. Pretty solid kid.
Because they've got Montavious Murphy out indefinitely with a knee injury, so that moves Stockard into the lineup. But he was replaced today by Antonio Gordon. He got that hot start with 7 points.
Pretty good on the offensive glass. Attacks a little bit.
And with those 3 seniors they lost last year, he's playing a much bigger role, up to 16 minutes and 6 points a game. Misses the second, and that's going to be a foul on Mayween trying to get the offensive board.
Yeah, not a good one either. You got to give it up. Be conscious. They can't afford to play without him either. It's a guards game now if you look out there.
And that's 2 on Mayween. So you mentioned they need him out there. He's going to the bench.
Little full court pressure now.
Some trouble getting it in, but they do find Hamilton and then get it up to Ryan Murphy.
Look at the pressure on the ball. Regain position. That is hard work.
Here's Trey McGowan, scoreless last game. He struggled in the start here. Hamilton, offensive.
Just one dribble, too many. Great pursuit of the rim, but be cautious. Willing to offer up their body. This is the trust you develop as a defensive-minded team. I got your back if you get beat.
And it's making that Pittsburgh offense out of sorts here through the first 9.5 minutes. Good news for Pittsburgh. Yeah. Champagny is back on the floor. He left earlier with the ankle injury.
Talent on the bench there in the medical staff.
Yeah. He couldn't put any weight on that a moment ago.
Look at that lock low. They got him for it, too. Stockard trying to clear his guy out. Big fella Brown. Oh, he's got size. They could get him some touches down on the box and do some damage. Got a little hook game.
Yeah, he does have good size, Brown. 6'10", 235, the junior. But Stockard right now going to the bench for K-State on the other side.
Yeah, with the 2, right?
That is indeed his second. So you got both Mayween and Stockard, a couple of those K-State bigs in foul trouble. Murphy, don't let it fly.
Not a good one again. Going the other way over the top.
A lot of whistles here the first half of this game.
They're making it easy for the officials, too. They're so obvious. Some rebounds you have to concede to get yourself back.
Guess what? That's 2 on Audie's Tony. And already in the bonus here with 10:04 to go in the half. This is usually where Pittsburgh dominates, is at the free throw line, but they've already put Kansas State there as David Sloan has a 1-and-1.
Now a long way to go, too, in this half.
And a bad-looking free throw from the junior JUCO transfer.
Raleigh has a mismatch, and the automatic switch. Got to read it. Look at the Jada is on him.
Now he's coming outside. Yeah. Nearly a turnover, and then a holding foul, and that's going to go against Antonio Gordon.
Well, that's learning your teammates, too. Having the confidence to bring it to their side, jam it in there. And the big guy, too. You're like, cool, while he came out, why not just post up in bed? Let him know.
Because you're right, he had 6 inches on Jada in there. There's Champagny. And now McGowan's.
Yeah, this is all without Johnson hanging around. They can weather this storm.
McGowan's in trouble. He walked. Nobody can trash talk afterwards from Sean Williams.
How about that? Sean playing pretty good defense. Just play. But this is, I was just saying, all without Johnson, too. I mean, they can hang tough, compete, but guys got to get free when a guy's stuck like that.
About 9 turnovers already, and K-State with 8 points off of those 9 turnovers from Pittsburgh.
And they only get 12 a game. Nice. Look at this inside passing.
What a block. That's the guy we were talking about, Terrell Brown. He can go up and swat it.
See if they get a touchdown there. They got a mismatch.
Good feed. Champagny. Well, he takes another hard fall, but he pops up okay here. Foul trouble continues. That's now 2 on Antonio Gordon.
Yeah, they're really having their troubles getting that time, not getting back, getting coordinated on the defensive end. Such a learning process at this time of year, don't you think?
Yeah, well, see, you called me harsh for saying maybe first to 60 wins, but that might be the case.
Well, I thought you were offended by it. I'm used to this when I coached.
This is what I was referencing. I mean, they have been dominant at the line this year. Leading the conference over 17 makes a game.
This guy gets about 3 free throws a game. You like it when your big guy gets the line, if he can make them, obviously. Punish the interior a little bit.
You know, he's got a twin brother, Julian, that's really good. A freshman at St. John's averaging 10 points a game right now, too. Jeff Capel offered both, but only got 1.
Only 1 penny, huh?
1 penny. Better than none, though, right?
Once again, a 2-3. A little flash on occasion and a kick.
There's the pass inside. Snead to Stockard. Well, they thought he traveled. Pitt gets it anyway.
Nice reaction defensively.
Ezzy Akuta in for the first time. Open 3. And maybe Brown was open for a reason. Now up ahead too far. Stockard, he had him.
Well, a little loft on that. It's the type of pass you throw. It was like a home run ball, huh? Bang.
Yeah, just put a little air under it. Instead, it's a Jada turnover.
I must say, Bruce's voice is in midseason form, too, don't you think?
Love it, right? It's so distinct.
It is.
One of the nicest guys.
Unbelievable. And a coach. Solid. His teams are...
Again, Murphy can't connect. He had the 2 inside the arc, but his long-range shot has just been off these last couple games.
So you're being guarded that deep. You've got to loosen the guy up somehow. With the dribble, give it up, use your screens. I keep going to the middle, even though they've come up empty at the rim.
They're confident, right?
We can count.
Ezzy Akuta turned it over. Stockard, great defense. Thought that was a kick.
I think it was thrown at his foot, though, in fairness.
And it goes out off of Champagny. So the offense is struggling a little bit here.
So that would suggest you get inside the arc, at least from my coaching days, right?
If the numbers are that bad.
Attack a little bit.
Speaking of going inside, a little inside out. Jota, nice kick to the corner. Gordon, he's hit 2 from that same spot.
I think they better get over and cover that back man in the 2-3 on the wing.
How about the law firm of Gordon and Gordon, the 2 freshmen combining for 13 right now? No relation, by the way.
Turning aside, a little duck in by Brown. Why walk away from it? Got Stockard inside, but the other end really finding whether it's inside out or a direct pass. It's just a dribble drive into crack and get those puppies organized.
He only hit 2.
Koulibaly, he's got 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah, he's down on the block here, 6 to shoot. Murphy finding Brown, and Brown hits from straight on.
A nice shot. Murphy set it up with a good cut, dragged a couple of guys.
Pittsburgh needs more of that. A stagnant offense here this first half. McGurl.
Oh, you got it.
I thought he was going to hoist it again. How about that little dipsy-do?
And that's what happens when you can shoot the ball. You close out. The coverage is a little neglectful.
The freshman for Bruce Weber showing out right now. Murphy thought about it, but again, the defense is right there.
Boy, they close out.
Snead almost got a steal, and he slipped. Open 3, and finally Ryan Murphy hits it from the outside.
Well, they made him pay for the gamble. He's hurt, too. He's looking at his elbow. Another couple of days here, I'll have a sore elbow myself.
And you will be here a couple of more days. 2 tonight and then 2 on Wednesday. Splitting him, Jota. Circus shot, and he fell to the floor.
They got numbers here if they want to take advantage.
Murphy, Skip, Champagny.
Good rebound. Now go strong.
Well, Brown, instead, he's got a double team there and a hole.
I think they're looking at Snead.
K-State fans that have traveled not too happy about it.
Well, he is so valuable, Snead, too. Silly foul for him. They need him on the floor.
This is first year being the guy because he played second fiddle the last couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. Now, scouting reports have you in the upper echelon. Bruce did a little early season begging.
Yeah.
He does have great composure. Gets his shot in. The Beckham look, huh?
How about that? You like that look?
Yeah, I was going to go for it myself.
Well, you thought about it. You know, you could still do that for Wednesday if you want.
I can stay out in the sun a few days.
Shot up ahead, shot fake. Gordon wants 2 more. He's got him.
Boy, this kid has really lit a fire under their offense.
Mr. Chicago last year and 10 points in Fort Myers here this year in his young freshman season. Almost a steal.
Well, you got to read that. I'll tell you what, that was nonchalant. That could have gone the other way with K-State.
I was just going to say the same thing. Right? Some of these passes have been careless for Pittsburgh.
Well, they're more than 15 feet, too. You got to step and go, show the ball. You got to make them pay for their aggressiveness.
Here's Trey McGowan's. Again, he's still scoreless in the last 2 games, and he averages 12 a contest, but he has been harassed. Here's Brown. Second time he's been short on a 3.
Murphy really busy there. I like that.
He's active.
Tough shot. But got himself in position.
He's really been their lone blind spot offensively with 7 of their 15. Here's Gordon again for the other side. No.
No easy baskets, though. Early offense. Just shut off. Nice pump.
Well, that's how you teach it, but he couldn't knock it down. Well, Jeff Capel talked to us about, we got to beat him down the floor and get an early look, but that defense recovers so quickly.
Now, they challenge everything, but a great pump fake. Just got nice composure on the sideline, though. knows what he has, knows what they have to do.
Breather for Deshaun Gordon with those 10 points early. Snead, and there's another good shot fake. Stockard blew a tire. He thought he got fouled going for it.
Somebody got his arm.
McGowan's inside. Hamilton somehow spun into traffic but still made it.
Boy, they really handled the ball screen. They tracked the ball screen. K-State didn't identify in the lane. Pretty play.
Reynolds down. Sean Williams. That's the sophomore that was suspended the first 3 games, but knocks down his first bucket there.
Team now than they were then, but should be a heck of a year in the Big Ten.
The points off turnovers, a continuing trend, 11-0 in favor of K-State. Just 1 assist for Pittsburgh in this first half.
10 turnovers. You can't make those mistakes against a tough. They'll pull up here, get him going maybe, huh?
Well, he needed it. That's his first bucket in 2 games. And you said it, but Xavier Johnson is sitting over there with 2 fouls, so Pittsburgh down a man here in this first half.
And then back to man again.
Jada. He got caught up amongst the trees, threw it away. Champagny, Euro step, up and in.
How about that, avoiding the charge? Very alert, and boy, do they need those open floor opportunities. Easy ones, beat them down, and ring the bell.
So a little momentum out of the timeout to get back within a half dozen. And Stockard walked.
They roll out, right? They love it, don't they? Players don't know you establish that pivot foot, but anything on turnovers, exploit, particularly against a tough-minded K-State team. Look at this step through. Whew. Not too bad.
Yeah, Snead, the senior, thought he was going to take a charge, and the freshman just right around him.
Murphy, keep him busy, really helps this offense.
Here's McGowan's. Got fouled.
That open middle's giving him an opportunity to pull up, and that little drive. But once again, talking about Murphy, his activity isolates one guy because they don't want to give him that jumper. They're going to try and run him off the line.
And all of a sudden, if McGowan's can knock down these free throws, we got a 4-point game. Kid from Pendleton, South Carolina. Nickname is Trey. That's what everybody calls him. Real name is Robert, but his grandfather's Robert, his dad's Robert, so he's the third. He goes by Trey, ever has since he was a kid.
Yeah, he gets to that free throw line, too, gets 5 a game. Very important for this club.
But does not hit the second one.
A work in progress, Pitt is. They've got guards. I think this is a big recruiting year for them. Tough shot.
It was tough. Nothing but the backboard for Jada. And here goes McGowan's. Ooh, he got caught up at nowhere to go.
Nice pass.
Champagny stuck with it.
They had numbers there, didn't they?
3-point game.
It's unbelievable. Make some mistakes. Hamilton in the area as well.
7-0 run. And the Pitt fans that have made the trip here to South Florida, they're into it. Try a putback slam. They wanted goaltending, but no call. But it kicked out to McGurl, and he knocks it down.
They should have.
I thought so, too.
I agree.
Jeff Capel's beside himself.
Straight up over the cylinder, and hands in the rim as well.
And now 5 3-pointers in this first half for K-State, and that's going to be an armbar against Xavier Snead.
Second, not the goaltending, but the bodies underneath versus that kick-out jumper. See, a tough-minded game for Pitt like this is a bonding effect. They want to win, no question about it, but this is a growth process for this team. Learn to trust one another, know you have to hang together.
Well, they're young. I mean, other rotations, 7 freshmen or sophomores. Did take the foreign trip this summer, which Jeff Capel said was a big boost for him. There's a foul out near the arc.
That's one of those, if you don't get there in time, particularly, a guy that they need, McCullough, they give it to him. That's number 2. Like, just slide under. At some point, you don't get a good angle. That's the frustration vented. Pretty fair player in his day, too.
Boy, was he ever.
Oh, my goodness.
We were talking to him earlier about those Duke teams he was on, talking about how much he learned from Grant Hill, some of the older guys.
Antonio Lang, another guy.
He said the program is so established, you learn more from those players sometimes than you did from the coaches.
Well, they step up. It makes it easier for coaches.
And that's something he's trying to instill at Pittsburgh here, but just year 2 of his tenure.
Kick back. You got the big. A little late now.
Shot clock late here, inside of a minute.
Nice cross.
McGowan's high arcing. Strong rebound, ripped down by Stockard.
Excellent defense, even to the challenge. Oops, that lost ball.
Williams gave it right back. McGowan. Short with it. Here's Hamilton. And he gets fouled. He's been big on the glass in this first half.
And I like Penn running the floor, too. Help your partner out. Don't give up on it. Big, strong guy, number 0, Hamilton.
Third stop for Hamilton. A couple of years at Wichita State, North Carolina, Greensboro last year, and now his final season as a Panther.
A couple of NCAAs, too, right?
Yep. Jeff Capel said, obviously, I love that. I get a veteran who's played in big games and won in big games.
So many kids with that portal now moving.
Oh, good luck keeping track of that.
Tough on programs.
Levi Stockard to the bench. 3 fouls for him now in this first half. And McCall Mayween, the starting big man, he's been limited with 2 over there on the bench.
And Bruce's clubs guard without fouling, so this is part of the progress early in the season.
Pitt continues to hang tough. Remember, they were down double digits.
Thinking of a little stop here and go the other way. They back off the pressure. Should be a last shot situation, I would think.
A 4.5-second differential.
Got to contain the dribble. Obviously, if you don't, you get the kick out pass, and the glass is big.
Cartier Jota is watching that shot clock, waiting. Now he gets the ball screen from McAtee. He does it himself, but it's blocked. Champagny.
Oh boy, plenty of time, too. Well, 5 left now. Case
will trigger it. Right underneath.
Oh, they got a foul. They got a violation. Okay.
Yeah.
Plenty of time now. If I'm K-State, I pick them up a little bit. Make them use the floor. Don't let them turn and dribble.
Boy, Pitt could get a basket here after being down double digits.
Oh, absolutely. And plenty of time. Won't let the go down. I would not let one of the guards get the basketball here. Speed dribble.
They do get it in to Trey McGowan. He's going to pull. He had a couple more seconds.
Plenty of time, yeah.
There's a little rush. Pitt an 11-3 run, though, to end the half to get with.
Pick your final 4 before you leave tonight.
Oh, boy. Can we do that in game 2? I need some time to marinate on that, Coach.
Little back screen lob.
And out of bounds as Champagny caught it.
See, that's one of those set plays at halftime, and you've got to read it. If the pass is not there, you don't make that pass. It wasn't a good bump.
Jeff Capel can just sit there with his hands folded, as that's now 1 assist and 11 turnovers. K-State, they hit 5 threes in the first half, though. That was a good sign.
They struggled a little bit against the zone. Other than those corner threes, you're right. Switching these help Pitt.
McGurl, that's a contested 15-footer, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by McGowan.
Well, that's what they wanted. Jeff wanted to help on the glass. Let the guards rebound also. Too much dribbling here.
He wants to take it himself. He had Mayween on him, and then the pass deflected out of bounds. How many passes has K-State deflected?
Well, they do get in the passing lane, though. Very alert, weak side defense. So sound. Toughness about them, though. And I think that's part of Katie's relationship with Weber over the years. Hard-nosed.
Well, their defense has been solid for quite a few seasons under Bruce Weber. That's continuing this year. Here's Johnson, had it stripped. Good hands by McGurl, but he got it back, and there's his first bucket.
Boy, hanging tough. Excellent defense negated by pursuit.
Sophomore who was on the ACC all-freshman team last year. Got a bright future.
Of course, those credentials hurt you because people are prepared for you.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? You got to elevate your game a little bit.
Yeah, as you said earlier, you move up the top of the scouting report.
Nice pass.
Oh, that was pretty easy flush for Mayween.
Well, that's his dominant hand, but what a delivery with the left.
Redshirt junior Cartier Jada, as I said earlier this year, coming into the game, 27 assists, 12 turnovers. Much better than his 1-to-1 ratio last year. It's because of passes like we just saw.
Going maybe with a nice dive to the rim. Terrific catch and send it in, big fella. Nice feel. This kid is a talented backcourt mate along with Snead.
That's something that Pitt doesn't have right now, a junior feeding a senior. But K-State does have it. That's 3 fouls, by the way, on Mayween, so he goes to the bench here with 18:24 to go. Ooh, bad pass.
Nice hustle and push. Well, that was a push. Goodness.
Oh, I think that went off of Cartier Jada.
Well, that and also the push in the backcourt.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Watch the end of this.
Watch the shove here now. I mean, oh, goodness.
But Jada definitely at the end hit it out, and K-State keeps it. Here's Stockard.
Well, he buried him, didn't he?
And then great patience.
Excellent footwork, timing. And boy, you get buried like that under the rim. Say goodnight.
One of the 3 St. Louis kids for Bruce Weber, along with Xavier Snead and Sean Williams. And this time, picking it up is McGowan's able to save it into the front court. Spinning and finishing, Eric Hamilton.
Boy, competing, that's what they have to do. Match the energy of K-State.
Hamilton, the only senior in that Pitt rotation. He's playing a strong game tonight. Jada looking for space. Casual flip over. Gordon, way strong.
Better job on Stockard in the low box area. Don't be in a hurry now. Let it come to you.
A lot of dribbling, then the kick out to Murphy. Behind the back, McGowan's. Johnson, strong finish. We're tied at 34.
And McGowan's with a good job. Controlling the bounce, finding his partner. Little kiss.
Well, that kiss evens us up, and Johnson starting to find his feet after the 3 minutes he was limited to in the first half. Now McGurl to Stockard. Short on the 15-footer. And a foul on the floor will stay on this end.
I think they may get Hamilton with this. But getting down and dirty, so important. This little loose ball play. The ability to complete the deal, hang time, a little smooch.
And Hamilton now with 8 points. Did just pick up his second foul as he goes to the bench. Jada, he's going to be bumped by Champagny. Well, we had a lot of whistles early in the first half, and that trend continues here at the start of the second half.
I'm just checking to see if the P's work.
Game 1 of our double dip. We'll have Bradley and Northwestern after this one. But right now, a great game between Pittsburgh and K-State.
Well, you got to be tough-minded to play in this game.
There's 2 tough-minded guys banging inside. Stockard got it back.
That's the toughness you need.
How about the little guy Murphy getting in there?
Murph the surf.
Just because he's an Irishman.
Yeah, competing, and that's what you got to do. Match the energy level of the opponent. And K-State brings it every trip.
1 on the shot clock. Jota into Sneed. Got it off. Didn't get it in.
Don't be in a hurry to do it the first trip, and that's what he was doing.
Yeah, a little out of sorts, Xavier Johnson.
Trying to get it in a hurry. Good players, particularly point guards, the ball comes back. If you run something, it usually ends up in your hand. You leave the decision maker late.
There's been some learning curves for those 2 young sophomores, Johnson and McGowan.
Now, he's got to be smart, too, playing with the 2. Little pin down. Sneed moving great without the ball.
Jota curled it around somehow to Sneed. Sneed, remember Johnson playing with 2, didn't pick up the foul. Instead, they're going to get, I believe, Champagny.
I think
who was not on the preseason all-conference team said, okay, that's a little fuel to my fire.
Pretty deep conference, though.
Yeah.
Of course, the preseason picks, so meaningless, but gives you something to hang on your shoulder.
1 of 2 for Xavier Sneed.
And there's always without May Ween with those 3, too. Such a big factor.
Xavier Johnson handing it off to Murphy. Murphy had 9 in the first half. Going to work here. Slam, Justin Champagny.
How about him? What a valuable contributor.
He is going to be a good one.
Great anticipation.
And Pittsburgh has their first lead of the night, and almost a slam on the other end, and a hard fall by Xavier Sneed, but he appears to be okay.
What a great play. Clear out on one side. Boy, some athleticism at the rim as well. Little dribble drive. People don't pay attention. Little dive from the top. This is a tough shot, but soft enough to be completed. Number 11. Big time. How about that? Nobody puts a body on him. And that's not the general D of K-State.
And the kid from Brooklyn threw it down. That instant replay brought to you by the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel. And now Sneed on the other end back at the line. And see just 1 point that he had a moment ago, averages 16 on the season.
So versatile, too. Lob it to him. Look at this inside D.
Gordon got it, and they'll say they're going the other way with it.
Well, not a good job by Pitt defensively there. Very fortunate. See if Tony can give him a little bit of a lift defensively. Not a great three-point shooter.
So Pitt now playing with their first lead of the game here. Here is Audi's Tony. Thought about it. Johnson. Well, he had Murphy for a second. Murphy pulls inside and buries it.
Boy, they are doing a good job with Murphy, keeping him active and not settling for the deep 3. Nice pull-up, mid-range.
He's in double figures with 11, right at his season average. An 8-1 run for Pittsburgh. Here's Jota.
Nice job handling that dribble exchange. Murphy's leaving the shooter.
McGurl, there he is, knocks it down.
Just over help. Why would you leave? Play your own. Good teams take advantage.
Second one tonight outside for McGurl, and he's 27% in his career from outside the arc. But Bruce Weber says he's much better than that, so it's good to see him knock 2 down.
Yeah, he can get it going.
Falling hard on these. Tony, they're going to call it a travel. The Pitt fans behind us disagree.
Vociferous, huh? And right here, Murph with that pull-up, getting them organized. Going left, and at the other end, Murph over helps, and you see Johnson coming in late. Can't make those kind of mistakes. They do a good job of refereeing behind us here.
Oh, my. Well, they let him have it after that last call, didn't they?
They sure did.
It's like the zoo back at the Peterson Event Center.
They got it going again, which is great to see.
Three-pointer, Jota. Back-to-back triples for K-State.
Boy, that was deep, too. Not a good challenge on it. He's a tough kid to guard because he's explosive.
So K-State, we talked about in the first half, coming in under 26% as a team, but they found their stroke tonight. And here's a foul on the floor. Back to that last three-pointer.
Just a little simple handoff. Can't get over the top. Right there, just go underneath, and he makes you pay. Number 2 in the program, and Trey deep.
Kid from Florence, South Carolina, that had a broken finger last year, set him back a little bit, but came on at the end of the year for a strong run. Of course, they were really frustrated with that opening game loss in the NCAA tournament to UC Irvine. They got upset.
You got to be ready for everybody. We talked about that today, right? Got to respect the opponent. Oh, strong rebound.
That was in the 4-seed versus 13-seed game that they got upset last year after the great regular season, winning 25 games.
Gordon with that rebound really had a great first half.
And here, Gordon with the carry, a little turnover.
A little Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
AI.
But they call it at this level.
They do. At Georgetown, he did it pretty well, too.
Yeah. See, the points off turnover is still a big discrepancy. One of the reasons Kansas State has the lead right now. Murphy's been working hard. That jersey's fully untucked, and there he gets bumped.
He's played within himself. He's giving him a good run today.
That's the third foul on Xavier Sneed. So Mayween with 3, and now Sneed with 3 personal. So both of those guys are on the bench for Bruce Weber.
In early season 2, generally they play without nicking people.
Johnson with a blow-by. A nice little finish. Right hand, left hand side.
How about that? He went away from the center, too. Good lean in.
We got ourselves a good game in the first one of our doubleheader.
They're playing with a lot more confidence, Pitt.
Stop and pop, blocked. The big arm of Terrell Brown.
Activity by the big guy.
Champagny, stop and pop. There's Brown on the glass.
Wow. Big time reaction.
Jeff Capel says, I want Terrell Brown to be more physical and play with a motor. I think that applies.
They will look at that little part of the tape. Nice help again. Steps.
Yep, he walked.
And that's because of Brown. Good activity. Good.
And Pittsburgh with the ball out of the timeout.
They're playing big, too. Hamilton and Brown on the floor. We had him.
Johnson. And then he had it swatted. Nifty maneuvering, but not much to show for it.
See, he has to learn when he's there to find somebody. All the games I've watched, he'll get in really deep. And this is almost a turnover going the other way if they keep it in bounds.
Awkward inbound spot does find Champagny. Murphy gets the ball screen. Wants to shoot it.
Really
off the mark.
Never got set. Was leaning left.
Just 1 3-pointer for Pitt, 7 made for K-State tonight. Mayween back out there with 3 fouls. Here's Jota.
And then watch him on the glass, too, on that roll.
Here he is. Against 2 defenders up at him with a left.
Yeah, they need that bang in the low post area. He can provide a big-time lift.
Known more as an elite defender, but this year putting in 10.7 rebounds a game, Mayween, and a couple there.
That's what he does great. Shows on that ball screen, gets back, and look, he's here. He got the nickel dimer for 4.
Yeah, that's a big one. Ooh. Look at that, Coach. Still 10:38 left. He's going to have to go back to the bench.
Yeah, Bruce right away. Stockard, who's got 3 as well.
And remember, Bears repeating without Montavious Murphy, one of their big bodies at 6'9", 215, out with a knee injury.
And initially they said day-to-day. Now they're talking a little longer, right? A couple of weeks, maybe?
Said hoping to have him back early to mid-December, somewhere in that time range. Murphy dancing around. He'll just pull one-man band, and it worked.
How about him?
Talking about no fear.
He's got the hands going. He's got the whole deal.
And he doesn't smile when he plays. He's all business.
Oh, yeah. Plays with a lot of confidence, particularly on the offensive end.
He's had several stops in his college career. He's been battle-tested. Driving in. Gordon thought he got fouled offensive. Hamilton took the contact.
Did a good job. I thought they slid by and maybe a non-call, but great anticipation. And of course, Murph at the other end. His ability to handle, get him set, and elevate it up. And the other end, he was there in plenty of time, but I thought the little slide by may have prevented the call.
Back and forth we go here in this second half. Johnson, boy, he loved to dribble it. Kicks out. Champagnie. Brown almost kept it alive.
He does a nice job flicking back. They got a mismatch if they want low. Stockard and Murphy, watch for the offensive rebound.
Instead, it's Jota launching and bearing.
Whew. He likes that spot, doesn't he?
He's getting comfortable. He's hit a few out there tonight. K-State back up in top.
He is a gem, Cartier.
Oh, that's well played. So 46-44 as K-State has now knocked down 8 3-pointers.
Well, he was ready to jack from there.
He's thinking about it. Instead, Hamilton will hoist. No.
Nice rebound.
Champagnie in double figures.
That's what they need, extra effort on the glass. And one area K-State is terrific is sticking people and not permitting offensive rebounds. Jota playing off the basketball now. Johnson's got to be careful.
Skip pass, Gordon. No, off the heel. Xavier Johnson, the sophomore from Woodbridge, Virginia.
Don't be in a hurry now. Run your stuff.
Screen from Brown, splits him. No. A lot more one-on-one from him again.
Yeah, you got to move it around a little. Move the defense, get side to side a little bit.
Cartier, Jota lost it. Here's Johnson. Tried to leave it, threw it away.
Got a fan dribble, save the possession.
Driving inside, Jota reverse, no. Tap back, no. Gordon had a great look at it. Things are a little helter-skelter. How about the hustle by Jota? Wanted the 3, left it short, outlet. Here's Hamilton. He's hammered by McGurl.
And they're going to go flagrant, too.
And we'll see what they call for the grad transfer, Eric Hamilton. Short on the first.
So McGurl saves a point at least. Do you think coaches know their teams this early? I mean, you've got like 5 or 6 weeks of practice, but do you really know them?
No, not like you're going to know them come February, March, for sure. Especially when you've got so many young guys. I think Bruce Weber probably has a better handle than Jeff Capel, right?
I would think our kids in February, March didn't like me and didn't get to know me. But no, I think you're right. There's more experience on the one end.
Here's Sneed. Yeah, he's one of the experienced ones. That's a pretty jumper.
Just a nice bump by Stockard to get him free, but setting his man up big time.
That is just the first field goal, though, for Xavier Sneed, the senior leader.
Saddle with those 3 fouls, too. Yeah, fought through it, though, to hang tough.
Yeah, Pitt only down 1 despite just 1 assist on their 19 made field goals. Here's a second assist.
And a nice job clearing the side. They double the ball. Terrific pocket pass.
Oh, that was pretty. Hamilton in double figures.
They got a nickel dimer here. Johnson gets number 3, right?
Yeah, we've had a couple of those as we go back to that pocket pass.
Isn't that pretty? Little slip. And the weak side not alert, which is something you're not accustomed to with this K-State ball defense. Help. And just see everybody, nobody jammed, but the movement on the weak side set that up as well.
And actually, they got that foul on McGowan's, and that's his 4th, so he goes to the bench.
Ooh. Well, they showed them signal 1.
Sneed, no.
Nice job collectively, Johnson. Team rebounding, a must.
And here comes Ryan Murphy. Jeff Capel said, if we don't rebound 1 through 5 this year, it could be a long season. Murphy again.
No fade screen.
His jersey's been untucked pretty much the entire second half. A little strong, but following it up, Champagny kept that alive.
A good hustle play. Murphy was in there too, but Champagny ever alert.
The three-point shooting, Pittsburgh 1 of 16.
Their mid-range game is certainly, nice defense. Really solid. And that's what happens with Johnson. The more you watch, getting too deep without a decision. Do you agree?
Yeah, and now that's the second time he's done that tonight, Coach. He's got 3 personal.
Yeah. All right here, there's that jump stop. And then find somebody.
Yeah, we have seen that a lot. That's something he's going to have to learn as the year and his career progresses. In the corner, step back 3, Williams got it.
How about that confidence? Not getting a whole lot of minutes, though. Stepping up big time.
And that's the young sophomore that was suspended the first 3 games of the year for a violation of team rules, but he's hit a couple of shots tonight.
And we're only getting 2 minutes a game coming into tonight. Step back, side saddle, nylon.
And he's a guy that played with Xavier Sneed in St. Louis since middle school, calls him his big brother. So back and forth we go. Now it's K-State by a pair.
You make the defense work if you're Pitt.
This is one man that's made him work in Murphy, and they're going to get a foul here on Williams. Rhode Island steps to the line.
66% coming in. Their development, meaning the big guys, particularly Brown, essential for this team to progress and have a good year. I think the guards will learn, looking at tape. We mentioned Johnson getting a little too skitterish in the lane. It's all about feeling the pulse of the game. The guys come in not as pure point guys, too, don't you think?
Yeah, they're more dribble, score, right?
A little zone look. Now watch the interior pass and then the pocket pass baseline.
Gordon thought about it. Sneed will hoist it. Hit the side of the backboard first. Here comes Johnson, a chance for him to make a better decision. Well, he says, I'll just do it myself.
How about the poise, though? Balance. And a nice little spin to the tin.
Much better that time for the sophomore to put Pittsburgh up 2.
Pretty good move here going to the zone. Steve, force them for a deep shot. Make sure you rebound. That's their play I love.
That was great. Oh, Gordon blew it. Had a point-blank look, and then insult to injury as he picked up the foul.
Well, that was gorgeous. Couldn't draw it up any better. With the ability at the other end, the point guard. The hopes and dreams right now, I think, are in the backcourt of this club. Nice little spin. Avoid the defender. Just good self-control there.
And then there's the miss by Deshaun Gordon after a point-blank look on a great feed. Yeah, he's going to go get a seat next to his head coach, Bruce Weber. Not happy.
When you design it like that, it doesn't work. It is frustrating.
And now Brown back to the line where he was a moment ago.
Big guys that can make free throws certainly helps your cause.
Team fouls, by the way, 8 on K-State, 6 on Pitt right now.
This will give them courage to dump it into him a little bit more, too, knowing that he can step there with a nice-looking stroke. He's got good size and physique.
He added 10 pounds of muscle in the offseason, said he spent a ton of time in the weight room. But you're right, what a luxury to be able to knock down those free throws.
I don't think it'd work for us. Spend a lot of time in the weight room and look like, I don't think we'll come out looking like that.
Hey, now speak for yourself, you know. I'm 5'10", 160, Coach.
You were there this morning? I
was.
Yeah. Little horn set.
Stockton with a handoff. Here's Jota. Gordon was hot in the first half. He had 7. He's been quiet since. Jota down to Stockton, fading. No.
Over the other way.
Yep. They're going to get Antonio Gordon, the man I was just talking about, who had the hot start and hasn't done much since.
Yeah, he's in the second half, hasn't been as attuned offensively. And sometimes you just got to concede inside position.
Eric Hamilton, a little slow to walk back.
You know, he had more gear on him yesterday. Tape, all sorts of accoutrements, so he's got a little damaged leg.
He's trying to flex it out right now.
I used to do that before free throws, too. It didn't work. The genuflecting.
Hamilton averages 4, and now he's got a dozen. Well, learn how the American Cancer Society is teaming up with coaches at coachesversuscancer.com or .org. Go there to join the team. Hamilton with another.
Talking to Jeff, he thought they got spoiled by their Florida State game and fell asleep. Nichols took care of them. Well, this is just the continuing understanding what you have to do on every trip.
Things heating up here as the foul is called on the bump to the basket. Tell you what, we're going to have a good finish.
This kid's got a toughness about him.
But he misses the front end. Gordon offensive board. McGurl's nice kick out. Open 3. And Sneed, who was just 1 for 9 before that shot, knocks it down.
That's why you love experience. Undeterred, confident with the stroke, and a great find on the dribble drive.
And they needed it. That cuts it down to 3. And here's Pick in the pocket. Cartier Jota takes it away, and Jota finishes.
All of a sudden, right there. A couple of mistakes. Well, 18 turnovers. Not valuing the
on tap here.
I'm sure their fouls will play a major part, I think. Both guards for Pitt with 4 each. Murphy on the floor again. He's got to keep busy.
Here is Murphy. He's got 13 points. He and Hamilton with the team high with that number. Johnson. Oh, he threw it away.
Goodness.
Well, some of that decision-making that continues to really plague him.
19 turnovers. That is very hard. You look up at the scoreboard, it's amazing. Other than the free throws, I guess that's countered some of those difficulties.
You're exactly right, because they're 1 of 16 from 3. You mentioned the 19 turnovers, but they're still up 1 here. Jota driving, kicking to Sneed. Sneed. Yes, well, now he's getting going.
And he stepped up big time. 2 big plays. One a deep one and one at the rim.
A 7-0 run to put the Wildcats back on top.
Oh,
Johnson tried to split him, but Mike McGurl able to steal it.
Splitting in traffic. He paid a price.
Yeah, those are the head scratchers for Jeff Capel tonight. No doubt about it. Cartier Jota falling away, couldn't get it, knocked out. It'll stay on this end. Champagny last to touch it.
And Maywayne right in there too, causing a havoc. A tough shot, you force him, you got to seal the deal.
2:09 to go. A great atmosphere here in Fort Myers. As these two teams in the second half going back and forth, back and forth.
Maybe likes to bounce.
Is that going to be offensive? Yes.
I got it.
And he's done, Coach. That's 5 on Nicole Mayween.
What a great job moving the puppies, getting the organized baseline. Fans don't like it. Look at this Bruce. Really a non-factor. It's all been to the guards.
Yeah, Mayween just 4 points in 10 minutes tonight due to foul trouble.
And a great job by Hamilton, though, stretching those puppies, protecting the baseline.
And usually when those officials see that arm extend like they did there, it's easy against the offense, yeah.
Bruce trying to give a little lesson to the officials. He got the sub as long as he could. 10 seconds.
So Levi Stockard replaces Mayween. Inside and 2 minutes to go. Here's Johnson again. Champagne thought about it. We might have traveled.
He did. No question.
Now McGowan's lost it. Just a lot of one-on-one and so many turnovers. Now 21 of them.
Boy, the lead guards committing for them some blunders that you just can't get away with. Making it easier, playing good D at the other end, forcing them into tough situations. And just time after time in a hurry, and 5 fouls to boot. Insult to injury.
Frustrating night for that young man as he will take a seat. So Mayween is fouled out on one side. Now McGowan's on the other as Cartier Jota goes to the line.
84% shooter. Tough kid, isn't he?
Very tough.
Wow.
This is the front end. Murphy this time running the point.
And I sort of like that. Now get Johnson off the ball a little bit. Maybe he can get some damage on a second touch.
Here is Johnson, 10 to shoot.
Got to make it room.
Got the screen, looked up with the shot clock. Now 5 to go. Over to Murphy. Murphy. Wild shot, no. Rebounded Gordon.
Boy, bad trips. 3 in a row.
Just not much ball movement on that end. Here we go, folks. 1 minute and a 1-point game.
Murphy's got a tough situation.
Oh, almost. Johnson.
They can look.
Yeah.
They can look.
Inside of 2 minutes, and I think they're going to. And to shoot. Here we go in a game that's had 5 ties, 12 lead changes, all of them in this second half. They do get it to Jota. Jota has it knocked free, goes over to Sneed. He's going to have to put it up. No. Offensive rebound. Gordon had it stripped. And it comes to Jota. And somehow through all of that,
they got a timeout. Oh, goodness, is going to be. Let's see what they do on this.
Some extra.
Tell you what, maybe one trap and then the giveaway.
Trying to get it back to Jota here.
Well, they're going to play out the 14.
Jota drives, kicks, Sneed. Here's their leader. No.
And a rebound again. Stockard, they got to give it.
So the offensive glass looming large for K-State here late.
And plenty of time, too. Depending on what happens here, what you're going to do at the other end.
So that will put Stockard at the line with 23.4 to go. But again, even if he hits 2, it's still a 1-possession game.
83% early. Going to freeze them a little bit. Use that one. They got 1 left now, Pitt. Need to play the guards.
Missed it. 1-point game. Shot clock off. Pittsburgh basketball. Here we go.
They got to go quickly, too, so you get an opportunity on the glass. Ball screen, turn.
Johnson hanging. Finishing. K-State does have a timeout if they want to use it, but I don't think they're going to use it.
They're going to keep going.
Jota.
Offensive foul.
Indeed. We're going the other way. It was Xavier Johnson with 4 fouls taking the contact.
Unbelievable. Both ends of the floor. That's what you like when you have a little moxie. And that is some speed to move the feet. to get in Jada's way. Unbelievable. Both ends, a little kiss. And then the terrific presentation defensively. A little hang.
What do you think?
They may go deep with one. Let's see if they run the bigs up and the guards go back. Got to get in the hands of the shooter, Murphy or Johnson.
And they do get it to the sophomore Johnson.
And just over, less than 50, less than 60, 57%.
Let's get that charge one more time.
Look at the footwork, though. And you can be moving. Jada trying to go, and they're going on the run. And I think the arm, as you called earlier, once you put that in the chest, with these officials, they've had to go to the book here with some of these calls.
You mentioned he struggled at the line this year, 57%, has not attempted one tonight. That's big, and this next one's going to be big. And then, of course, if you're Pittsburgh, you can think about fouling.
Exactly, and this is, most guys say 7 seconds, 6 seconds, but you want to make sure you don't give one in the act of shooting.
Each team does have a timeout. Xavier Johnson, 11 points. Number 12 would be huge. And he calmly knocks it down, nothing but nylon, and now Jeff Capel will. Now Hamilton will come out and guard Jada. Jada almost threw it away. Stockard back to Jada. Jada. Wait, there's a whistle before the shot. They're going to get a foul on the floor.
Well, I think Jeff told the refs what they were doing, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was right on, too, wasn't it?
It was close.
That's the danger.
But in the end, it does turn out okay for K-State with 1.5 left. And Xavier Johnson, who had the big 4 points down the stretch, is just fouled out of the game for Jeff Capel.
Well, he really did a solid job coming down the stretch. Izzy Okuda is coming in, by the way. I've been working on that all day.
Yeah, they just said you could call him O. So now you probably make the first one, miss the second.
Right, and try an offensive rebound. And they got the bigs underneath.
Jada has not hit from the line tonight, 0 for 3. Coming into tonight, he was 11 of 13. Boy, the line has been an Achilles heel for the Wildcats. Just 2 of 11. Pittsburgh, 16 of 19.
Good piece of officiating, though. Making sure, knowing that they were given a foul.
So Jada does knock it down. And now Bruce Weber is going to take a timeout as the cat and mouse game continues here down the stretch. And Jada tries to miss it deep, but a rebound for Champagny, and Champagny is fouled with 1/10 of a second remaining.
Boy, he's done a nice job all game long. Boy, he possessed that basketball, valued it. What a hard-fought game either way.
It was. I think he was trying to miss it deep. He almost made it, though.
He did. He hit the back rim, yeah. He was confident.
With Champagny, who, as you were alluding to, had some good moments earlier in this game. The young freshman growing up here tonight, 10 points, and now back at the line. But with 1/10 of a second, there's nothing that K-State can do.
The game is over virtually.
So this is icing on the proverbial cake.
Boy, getting a win in this particular game is so essential. And for either team, it's devastating to lose it. But, boy, it gives you confidence as you obviously play on Wednesday and for the rest of the season.